Today we're covering the top 7 pivotal moments in the career of Anthony S. Fauci. Welcome to Cliff Notes' 7 to Know. I'm Cliff Notes. You'll learn 7 facts about Anthony S. Fauci. Fauci's feats and facts form a fascinating framework for future reflection. Alright, let's get into it. Here's the deal. I'll give you context, a quick test, and a memory aid for each point. Fact number 1. Fauci served as director of NIAID from 1984 to 2022. He also served as chief medical advisor to the president in 2021 to 2022. Context in simpler terms. He steered research and response across HIV and AIDS, SARS, H1N1, Ebola, and COVID-19, balancing labs, clinics, and clear public messaging. Test question. What year did Fauci start as NIAID director? Correct answer, 1984. Memory aid. Remember, in 84, Fauci opened the NIAID door. Let's move right along. Fact number 2. He was a principal architect of PEPFAR, a program credited with saving over 20 million lives, and he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2008 for this work. Context. He bridged science and policy with President George W. Bush, scaling treatment and prevention for HIV and AIDS worldwide. Test question. What global health initiative is Fauci credited with architecting? Correct answer, PEPFAR. Memory aid. Think of PEPFAR, Fauci's far-reaching aid. Okay, moving forward. Fact number 3. During COVID-19, he became a central public voice, at times contradicting President Trump, and he drew political attacks and threats that required a security detail. Context. He tried to keep guidance evidence-based while public disagreements and cancelled appearances showed how science and politics collided during crisis. Test question. Which pandemic brought Fauci into the public spotlight? Correct answer, COVID-19. Memory aid. In COVID's spotlight, Fauci became the public face. Now, let's shift gears. Fact number 4. His guidance on masking evolved in early 2020 because of shortages of protective equipment and emerging evidence of asymptomatic spread. The CDC endorsed public masking in April 2020, and he urged face coverings after that update. Context. This is what adaptive policy looks like when data and supply realities change. Test question. When did the CDC endorse public masking? Correct answer, April 2020. Memory aid. April 2020, masks for you and me. Alright, next up. Fact number 5. In July 2021, he supported renewed universal masking regardless of vaccination status due to the Delta variant's higher transmissibility. Context. Delta changed the risk calculus even with vaccines on board, so the guidance pivoted to reduce spread and protect hospital capacity. Test question. Which variant led to renewed masking recommendations in 2021? Correct answer, the Delta variant. Memory aid. Delta's rise. Masks advised. On to the next point. Fact number 6. Scientifically, he pioneered effective therapy for severe vasculitis, transforming outcomes from about 98% mortality to roughly 93% remission through smart redosing strategies. He also ranked among the most cited scientists from 1983 to 2002, 13th overall, across all fields. Context. This is immunology meeting clinical finesse, optimizing dose and timing to tame immune-driven disease. Test question. What was Fauci's remission rate achievement in vasculitis therapy? Don't. Correct answer, 93%. Memory aid. From mortality to remission, Fauci's scientific mission. Here's where we change direction for the last one. Fact number 7. In July 2026, while subpoenaed to testify before the Senate about COVID-19, he repeatedly invoked his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. Context. The hearing showed how oversight after the crisis became more adversarial, keeping science and politics tightly intertwined even years later. Test question. Which constitutional right did Fauci invoke in 2026? Correct answer, the Fifth Amendment. Memory aid. In 2026, the fifth was his defense fix. Quick recap time. Let's lock this in. What year did he start as NIAID director? Correct answer, 1984. What global initiative did he help architect? Correct answer, PEPFAR. Which pandemic thrust him into the public spotlight? Correct answer, COVID-19. When did the CDC endorse public masking? Correct answer, April 2020. Which variant drove the 2021 universal masking update? Correct answer, Delta. What remission rate did he achieve in vasculitis therapy? Correct answer, 93%. Which constitutional right did he invoke in 2026? Correct answer, the Fifth Amendment. You've got the top 7 facts down. Here's the key point. With these details, you're ready to ace that exam. Stay focused, trust your prep, and knock it out of the park. That's it for today. Keep this fresh in your mind.